Explain how it's being
process.
done.
Okay.
Here we are at the Laser Med Sports Spine and Neuropathy Institute, and we are plaster casting DJ's functional specific orthotics, and he's developed some foot dysfunction. So these orthotics are going to get not only his feet but his whole upper body into proper alignment.
So each of these is already cut. It's 5 by 30. So I take the two open ends and place them together so that I don't lose them in the water.
Okay.
Right. So then as you put it in the water, it just dissolves.
Now when he starts getting playing pro football again, how often should he have his feet and orthotics re-examined? All that, pounding he goes through.
You know what? Once he starts wearing the orthotics, a lot of his symptoms will start to go away.
Okay.
And I always tell people, once you get a return of symptoms, it's time to see your foot practitioner again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to fly in every, now and then.
Just wait till you're playing. So maybe by then LA will have a football team.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Rams.
Are we supposed to get one?
Orange County had the Rams, and they left. It was like, come on.
They're trying to get the Jaguars, I heard.
Oh, really?
Jacksonville.
Okay. So I took and squeezed out as much of the water as I could, and then I just kind of run my fingers over the plaster to fill in all the little pores so it's smooth.
Okay.
Okay. And then I just fold a little 1/4 inch over the top to reinforce it, because obviously once these slipper casts come to the lab, we're going to be pouring liquid plaster into this slipper cast. So we just want to make sure that it doesn't collapse at all.
And we'll have the cast on file, so when he gets his professional playing cleats, then we could just send the cleats in,
Right.
and you could custom make it for those cleats, right?
So here's something you guys are going to have to do, because we do this for all the professional players, and then all of USC athletes. Sorry.
Yeah.
we store the casts in what's called a pro player box, which
Okay.
means that we do keep them indefinitely, because athletes have a tendency to bounce from team to team.
Yep, which
and,
she's been
from although he's here with you guys, he'll go back and he'll have these orthotics and he'll be with whichever team, and if
they
it's,
cut me, they're gonna throw my stuff right through the.
Yeah.
There we go. So we gotta have it on file.
My thumb, I had thumb sprain college and stuff, and I wore these and my pinky too. I dislocated it twice, and so I wore cast things for my hands when I played, like one that went around my hand, one went on my thumb, and when I left Baltimore, they threw it away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I had to get a new one made in Philly. All three new things made in Philly.
They don't want the competition to have an edge up,
Right,
Yeah.
Right. All the way.
Yeah, that would not be good, because they didn't pay for these. I could understand if they paid, if the team was supplying these orthotics, but if you actually physically have to pay for your own, then.
Oh, we're making sure Philadelphia compensates for
Oh,
this, because that's when he was injured.
So this is a work comp then?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Work comp is great about supplying athletes with orthotics. They don't fuss. I think probably every one of the Oakland A's and pretty much everybody in their minor league system has orthotics, just because it's more of a prophylactic thing. They just want to keep an injury from occurring by addressing that lower extremity dysfunction before it happens.
See, some teams are into prevention, some are not,
Okay, so once I've got the plaster over the heel and then up in the forefoot and wrapped, I'm loading the 4th and 5th metatarsal head here, which is basically simulating the ground reaction force. Because my 5th metatarsal shaft operates independently, my 4th is attached to my 3rd and my 2nd, and the 1st we kind of just like it to do what it's going to do, so we don't apply any pressure on it.
Okay. Keep on talking, I'm going to check on another patient.
Okay.
He's actually a USC player, he
Oh.
was, so he'll be our next guy.
Did you grow up in Nebraska, or did you go to school in Nebraska?
Both. Grew up, I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, and when I was born, we moved to Nebraska. My family's from Nebraska. My mom and my dad.
So you've been in a tornado before?
Oh yeah, I have a video that I recorded.
Oh my gosh, they scare me so much.
My junior year in college. I came home from practice and they were talking about a tornado coming, and sure enough, I have a video recorded on my balcony. There was this tree that was blowing so hard that it was like sideways. It wasn't like a thicker tree, but it was like any other tree you'll see out front right now, and it was blowing so hard it was sideways. The top of the tree was touching the ground, and the water was crazy. It was raining sideways.
My daughter's a senior right now in high school, and we just went and visited the 2 schools in Indiana and then the one in Chicago. And when we were at Butler in Indianapolis, I was like, please tell me what your security measures are when there's a tornado.
She's applying right now?
Yeah, I actually just got an email today. She was accepted to Purdue.
No.
So,
Michigan State, come on.
Somebody else told me, how can I apply at Michigan State?
Yeah. Sponsor her.
I know people at Michigan State too.
Yeah.
And they actually do have the program. She wants to be a pediatric speech-language pathologist.
It's a great campus. That's where I came out of, you know.
And I'm like, if you're going to freeze, you might as well
I know the head athletic trainer. We can get your orthotics into her.
I know. Which one? Is it Tom?
Sally Noggle.
Oh, okay.
She's a PhD. You know her?
Well, I know Tom, who's the the basketball.
Yeah.
And Katie Stevens, who was, who did she work with? Was it girls basketball? She's left Michigan now.
Yeah. But I didn't know they had PhDs in athletic training. That's what she got.
Really? That's
all of a sudden she's like Dr. Sally Noggle.
Well, did she get, is it a PhD in like kinesiology or something, or is it actually in athletic training?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
Okay, let me see your other. Thank you.
Or maybe it is kines and she just threw it in there.
Yeah.
But our school, we had a kinesiology, and I was in what's called health education and human performance, which is like the poor man's title for sports medicine. But they phased it out during, you know, I was the last class to go through. So, but they have a pretty good DO program there. Wow, so that dries pretty fast.
Yeah.
And you just kind of smooth out all the air bubbles. And,
I do. While it's drying, I kind of just try to make sure that the arch is really I'm getting a good contact in the arch, and that, you know, none of the plaster is popping.
What's the official name? Do they call this like a heel strap, and this is like the forefoot strap or stirrup or something?
You can call it that if you'd like.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I don't think we call it anything. Actually, when my boss teaches it, he has them do the forefoot first, which I just feel like, well, the heel's so much easier because gravity holds it down for me, and then I have something to attach the forefoot piece to. But
do other companies, do they cast like
there's
this?
only 2 of us left that do it. Two orthotic labs left that do it. Everybody else is doing the scans and this and that. I guess it's a lost art, but
okay.
I mean, I like to do what's right.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well, that seems
custom
pretty,
slippers.
it's very simple and very efficient and less messy than I thought than other techniques. So, well, folks, here you have it. Here's how we do a full functional foot analysis, assessment, and casting for professional athletes. And we hope that this will keep DJ in alignment, injury-free, and a force to be reckoned with on the field. Yep. So let's see what happens. Yeah.